Hey there, everyone. It is I, me, Alex, also known as Six Health of Fury. I wanted to do a stream today because I felt like talking. I've been doing a lot more cleaning of my old junk, and one of the beautiful things about having timestamps on things, writing a journal, if you will, um, is that you get to notice some patterns. And one of the things that really surprised me was that. Last year, roughly around like late August, I was going through one of the random thrift stores and I found this card game. Well, it's an RPG that uses a deck of playing cards as the mechanics. And this one, it was called The Quiet Year by Joe McDalno. Now, he called himself Joe McDalno because his real name is Joe McDonald, and it's such a generic name that there's no possible way that it's like really easy to find him, like through search engines and such. So he purposely misspelt his name. Um, Now the reason why this actually it means something to me, and the reason why I have the message there about how it feels like to me that God is always talking. I used to never really be much into the belief that most organized religions had anything correct. Where they had like some of the general concepts, but none of the specifics. Um, about like, oh, he's always watching out for you, things like that. And over time, as I've come to learn about this one, through my own trials and tribulations, that he's not always there to help you directly. It feels like it's more of a there's always messages being sent for you to figure out how to do the right thing. And like as an example here, again, it was in late August when I got this card game, The Quiet Year, which is something I still want to do for a role playing game experience. It's just that I'm not really too much in a good headspace at the moment. I kind of just want to chill out and relax, if you will. Um, but like the reason why it made a lot of sense to me is this game, like this pack game, this is from a super indie dev guy. Like probably maybe 1,000 of these were made, like that sort of deal. So to randomly have this show up out of the blue, especially at an Adventist thrift store, is beyond random luck. Something to where it almost borders on the divine. And as time went on, throughout the rest of last year, leading up in, December and all that kind of stuff, I kept basically getting ghosted by whenever, like, no one would ever tell me how they really feel. They would never have an open and honest discussion about anything that slighted them. They always built up their frustrations and then they snapped until there was no resolution that could be gained, even though if anyone with half a brain cell even paid attention to the conversations, they would know that it wasn't a big deal, it was blown out of proportion. And so after I got done losing the last group, that I'm probably going to be really associated with, like, at least giving my time to them. Like, there'll still be groups I'll be involved in, but I will not dedicate time to these people anymore because almost all of them have the same pattern that I've been experiencing. Um, I went back and I said, it's almost been a year. It's almost been a year of quiet. And I'm this close to finally waking up and speaking my mind. I'm already doing it, so I find that interesting because the more I started looking at the other things that I've been picking up and collecting, some of it just random where I thought, hey, this would be silly. And I go like, that's actually no, that's what I've actually always wanted here. Like one more like thing, like as a good example here, I decided to get a tablecloth. I don't even own a table. A table that needs a cloth, right? But I decided to get one because I saw this image right here. All right. Now, this is a toucan, tropical Brazil kind of stuff because that's where the toucan lives. When I saw this, again, I had no reason to need one, but I just felt this strong urge to want to go pick it up, as if like, maybe the bird itself was speaking to me, maybe the type of locale, like a tropical locale, where like, maybe go on a vacation. I have not flown since I was like 10, 12 when I went to Disneyland. Like, and that was like near 2000, that sort of deal. So, like, the more I started thinking about it, I was like, hey, you know what? That probably would be a cool idea to just take a trip down there. Save up the money. It's on the southern hemisphere sort of deal, so in the next 5 months it'll start being summertime for them. That sort of thing. Maybe take a week or two down there, see what happens. Um, but yeah, like I said, it's funny how those messages show up, and I think it's food for thought. Where sometimes the messages you're being told from side to side are messages that you don't really want to hear, like these people don't have your interest in mind. And that's like the message that they're giving you, but they're not telling it to you directly. You have to pick up the messages from how you're interacting with life. And sometimes, the signs are as clear as day.